Welcome back friends and hello everyone. Welcome to Human Peritas, your single stop solution for preparing UGC NET पेपर 1. So आज हमारा जो टॉपिक ऑफ डिस्कशन है वो है इंडियन लॉजिक एंड नॉलेज का अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक एंड very favorite topic of examiners because this is something what they are looking for. उसमें से सबसे important topic जो examiner पसंद कर रहे हैं वो है पूर्व मीमांसा. So पूर्व मीमांसा के जितने भी important keywords हैं वो हम अभी LMS प्लेटफॉर्म पे चलकर एक बार गो थ्रू करेंगे और हम देखेंगे हमें क्या क्या कवर अप करना है बिकॉज PYQs उसके बेसिस पे जब हम स्टार्ट करेंगे so we will get an idea that what all are the important terms, what are important areas where we as a student has to take care of, we have to focus and we can have a familiarity and we can set our boundary कि कैसे कैसे हम लोग पूर्व मीमांसा के टॉपिक को कवर अप करेंगे. So let's move on to the LMS platform of Human Peritas and Human Peritas के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए because अपकमिंग वीडियोस एंड आने वाले और इम्पॉर्टेंट PYQs ऑन इंडियन लॉजिक एंड अदर सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए यू हैव टू प्रेस द बेल आइकन एंड कीप सब्सक्राइबिंग ह्यूमन पेरिटस चैनल. सो लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द LMS प्लेटफॉर्म ऑफ ह्यूमन पेरिटस. सो जब हम चलते हैं पूर्व मीमांसा पे, पूर्व मीमांसा की अगर हम बात करें सो दिस इज दी सिक्स्थ स्कूल ऑफ थॉट ऑफ ऑर्थोडॉक्स स्कूल ऑफ थॉट, सिक्स स्कूल ऑफ इंडियन लॉजिक का ऑर्थोडॉक्स स्कूल का ये टॉपिक है पूर्व मीमांसा, जिसमें मेजरली क्या क्या बात करी गई है. मेजरली बात करी गई है उन रूल्स की और उन प्रिंसिपल्स की दैट आर इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर वैदिक इंटरप्रिटेशन एंड ऑल द फिलोसफिकल जो भी जस्टिफिकेशन रहेगी फॉर वैदिक रिचुअलिज्म. दिस इज द ओनली स्कूल ऑफ थॉट दैट हैज अ डायरेक्ट दैट एक्सेप्ट्स द डायरेक्ट अथॉरिटीज ऑफ वेदास एंड इट इज समथिंग विच इज हेल्ड इन हाई एस्टीम एंड विद ग्रेट रिस्पेक्ट बिकॉज यहाँ पे वेदास का डायरेक्ट इम्प्लीकेशन देखा गया है. तो इसमें जो पूर्व मीमांसा है और एक है उत्तर मीमांसा. पूर्व इज द अर्लियर पोर्शन ऑफ मीमांसा रिटन बाय जामिनी जो उसके फाउंडर थे एंड उत्तर मीमांसा that talks more about the ब्रह्मांड द रियलिटी. इट्स रिटन बाय दी बद्ररायण. तो हम देखें जो न्याय स्कूल के अंदर 4 वैलिड मीन्स ऑफ नॉलेज थे, परसेप्शन, अनुमान और शब्द. और पूर्व मीमांसा में 2 न्यू इंडिपेंडेंट वैलिड मीन्स ऑफ नॉलेज हैज बीन एडेड, अर्थपति एंड अनुपलब्धि. इन्हीं पे ही PYQs में क्वेश्चंस देखे जाएंगे और क्या क्या किस लेवल से पूछा जा रहा है वो हम कवर अप करेंगे in the Mimamsa. And Kumarliya, Prabhakara, they were the eminent scholars who have played a very important role in contributing to the refinement and elaboration of Mimamsa doctrines. और कुमारलिया और प्रभाकरा जो है वो आपस में आपको उनके जो व्यूज़ हैं, थॉट्स हैं मिलते हुए देखेंगे और कई टॉपिक्स में दे आर अगेंस्ट विद ईच अदर. वी विल बी focusing on that also, and if you have attended my class on Indian logic then you will get a more better knowledge of how things work in Purv Mimamsa. Then Purv Mimamsa में जो validity of knowledge है कि knowledge की validity किससे होती है, it talks about the स्वतः परमावेद्या, that is that हर knowledge जो है it is valid in itself, which says कि कोई भी knowledge अपने आप में वैलिड मानी जाती है एंड दिस वैलिडिटी अराइजेस फ्रॉम ऑल दोज वेरी कॉजेज दैट कॉजेज द नॉलेज टू बी वैलिड. एंड कोई भी नॉलेज वैलिड या इनवैलिड होती है ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ invalid extraneous conditions that are resultant of when there are some defects in instrument of knowledge or there is some subsequent contradictory knowledge. whereas जो हमारा न्याय स्कूल ऑफ थॉट है वो प्रतः प्रमाण्यवद्या को मानता है और ये स्वतः प्रमाणवद्या को मानता है. एंड दिस इज स्वतः प्रमाणवद्या ऑल्सो नोन एज थ्योरी ऑफ इंट्रिंसिक वैलिडिटी ऑफ नॉलेज. और न्याय का उल्टा है प्रतामवद्या, दैट इज थ्योरी ऑफ एक्सट्रिंसिक वैलिडिटी ऑफ नॉलेज. एंड नेक्स्ट इज दी पूर्व मीमांसा ने हर पर्टिकुलर प्रमाण पे अपना अपना व्यू पॉइंट दिया है और पूर्व मीमांसा के अकॉर्डिंग परसेप्शन का जो न्याय स्कूल ऑफ थॉट का जो व्यू पॉइंट है इट एग्रीज विद दैट. न्याय स्कूल ऑफ थॉट ऑन परसेप्शन. नेक्स्ट वी मूव ऑन टू द इन्फ्रेंस. इन्फ्रेंस के सारे टॉपिक्स पे इट इज एग्रीइंग to the Nyaya school of thought, but only in one of the aspects which says that Indian syllogisms के अंदर जो मीमांसा ने recognize करा है सिर्फ 3 members को of the syllogism, which is either the first 3 or the last 3. So thus it brings the Indian syllogism in and this because of that it brings its syllogism in conformity with the Aristotelian syllogism, whereas न्यायिका में 5 members को एक्सेप्ट करा था, बट मीमांसा ने इन्फ्रेंस के अंदर सिर्फ 3 members को मीमांसा ने syllogism का पार्ट माना है. दिस इज द ओनली मेन डिफरेंस. देन वी मूव ऑन टू कंपैरिजन. कंपैरिजन के अंदर भी उपमान जो हमने पढ़ा था, इट इज मीमांसा हैज रिफ्यूटेड the comparison meaning of Nyayikas because it says that whatever recollection of words that has been made by a person who is an expert in his field, it is something, it is the knowledge which we have gained through the recollection of words which was spoken by a person. So therefore it says कि जो न्यायिका का view है comparison का, it has reduced that to the perception, and it say it is not a comparison. This is how it has refuted his viewpoint on comparison. Then we move on to the verbal testimony. Verbal testimony is something of greatest importance in मीमांसा. और जो हमारे 2 eminent scholars थे, कुमारलिया एंड प्रभाकरा. कुमारलिया ने 2 bifurcation करी हैं, personal पारुष्य and impersonal that talks about the Vedas or पारुष्य, and it says that this is how the Vedic testimony talks about, whereas प्रभाकरा ने बोला है सिर्फ कि there is no testimony like human testimony, only the Vedic testimony is the real testimony. So therefore उसने बोला कि जो human testimony है it has reduced that to inference, because उसकी जो validity है वो कौन infer कर रहा है, trustworthy character of the person. This is how it is trying to create its own school of thought. That is why it is considered one of the types of orthodox school of Indian logic. And the very important is the Arthapati postulation, where Artha talks about something which is relating towards the fact, and Pati is something where we try to presuppose something, where we try to create a supposition, we try to create a kalpana of it. So therefore an assumption of an unperceived fact in order to reconcile two apparently inconsistent perceived fact is what the Arthapati talks about. इसके अंदर एग्जाम्पल्स बेस्ड ही क्वेश्चंस आएंगे, जो अभी मैं आपको बताऊंगी कैसे कैसे किस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए हैं. मेजरली इसमें हम 2 स्टेटमेंट्स हमें मिलती हैं और हम 3rd स्टेटमेंट एज्यूम करते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ व्हाट type of inconsistency we have seen. So here there is the doubt regarding the doubt regarding the truth of the 2 perceived fact is removed by presumption, and for that we take assumptions on the basis of that, and the basis is the mutual inconsistency of 2 perceived thought. And how we try to remove this inconsistency? By presuming, by implication, by postulation, or by assuming things to correct that or to remove that inconsistency. And the last is the anuplabdhi, that is negation, that talks about the presentative knowledge of negative facts, and it says that negative facts की जो apprehension या cognition होती है through non-apprehension, किसी चीज़ का ना होना भी अपने आप में एक knowledge है. This is what anuplabdhi या negation talks about. और इस केस में सिर्फ कुमारलिया ने ही इस व्यू पॉइंट को एक्सेप्ट किया था, एंड प्रभाकरा was against the acceptance of this as an independent source of knowledge. So this was an overview, and you have to study all these keywords to get a better understanding of how PYQs would be based on. Let's get started with the PYQs. So first question is, according to classical Indian thinkers, in which of the following means of knowledge we accept a fact or principle for explaining? यानी कि हमने एक fact और principle को accept करा, हमने कोई चीज़ assume करा, ठीक है, ताकि हम कोई undeniable fact को explain कर पाए and because of that we cannot, if we do not take that assumption, we do not accept that thing, we do not imply that thing, we do not suppose that thing, we won't be able to explain that fact. So this is all what the Arthapati talks about, that is postulation. So the correct option is D over here. Non-cognition नहीं है because it is not talking about the non-existence of anything. Comparison भी नहीं है और शब्दा तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है because here there is no statement given by any person. So the correct option is D, postulation, Arthapati. Second, given below are two statements, Nyaya system does not accept Arthapati as an independent source of valid knowledge. Correct, because valid source of knowledge केवल only 4 हैं न्याय में, which are perception, प्रत्यक्ष प्रमाण, inference अनुमान, comparison उपमान, and the D is shabda, that is verbal testimony. Nyaya system reduces Arthapati to an inference of Anvayi type. This statement is not correct because it reduces Arthapati to inference only but not to the type of the inference. So therefore the correct option is that statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false. न्याय ने अर्थापति को सिर्फ inference की कैटेगरी में करा बट अन्वय की कैटेगरी में कंसिडर नहीं करा. Why? Because it says that it is something which we can infer on the basis of knowledge or prior knowledge we have already possessing on something. So this was the Nyaya viewpoint on Arthapati. Therefore, it does not accept Arthapati as an independent means of valid knowledge. Now the third question, assumption word आते ही, implication word आते ही, supposition word आते ही, we have to consider कि जो ये question पूछ रहा है वो Arthapati के ऊपर ही है. Because assumption of an unperceived fact in order to reconcile two apparently inconsistent perceived fact. This is the whole definition of Arthapati which we have covered and understand its meaning in our Indian logic classes. So definitely इसका option has C, Arthapati, rest are not the correct option. Now fourth is, given below are two statements, Mimamsaka and Vedantins, they agree with the Nayikas that syllogism consists of 5 members of propositions. Statement 2, Mimamsakas and Vedantis agree with Nayikas that syllogism is necessary for Pararth, Anuman or demonstrate. ठीक है, तो इसमें statement 1 जो है Mimamsa does not agree because मैंने आपको बताया था inference में everything is in agree with the Nyaya school of thought, but only one thing, that is where the Mimamsa and Vedanta they are trying to refute, they are trying to against the Nyaya school of logic, that it considers not 5 but 3 members of proposition in syllogism, and which is in conformity with the Aristotelian one. So therefore statement 1 is incorrect, and the statement 2, Mimamsa and Vedanta agree with Nyayika that the syllogism is necessary for Pararth Anuman, because in order to explain something to others we need to make statements, we need to draw propositions so that we can make others understand. That is correct. So statement 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. This is the right option. Option is D, rest are incorrect. The argument Anamika must be elsewhere, ठीक है, since she is known to be alive. So the first fact is that the Anamika is known to be alive, and this is the first fact, and the second fact is not seen at her house. So this types of statements where we are given 2 statements and they are inconsistent with each other. एक तो वो alive है but वो घर पे नहीं दिख रही है, तो something which says that she must be elsewhere, she must be out of station, or she must be staying in some other house. So elsewhere जहाँ पर हम कुछ other thing को assume करते हैं कि अगर ये 2 चीज़ें नहीं तो वो कहीं और होएगी, तो this is something what the अर्थपति या postulation या implication talks about. So this is one of the, which of the following means of knowledge. So it is talking about the postulation which is Arthapati. Why? Because something which we are assuming in our own way to reconcile with the apparent inconsistent facts given over here. So therefore that is an example of postulation Arthapati. So correct option is A, postulation Arthapati. यहाँ पे implication भी लिख सकते हैं या presumption भी लिख सकते हैं. When I left my office few minutes ago, there was no coffee on my table. ठीक है, जब मैं गया था तो मेरी कॉफी नहीं थी टेबल पे, एंड नाउ आई रिटर्न देयर इज अ कप ऑफ कॉफी लाइंग ऑन माय टेबल. सो वन फैक्ट इज देयर, जब मैं गया था देयर वाज नो कॉफी. सेकंड इज जब मैं आया हूँ तो मेरी टेबल पे कॉफी है. सो दीज आर टू फैक्ट्स स्टेटमेंट्स विच आर इनकंसिस्टेंट, जो आपस में कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर रही है. सो मैंने क्या एज्यूम करा, देयरफॉर आई कंक्लूड दैट समबडी मस्ट हैव बॉट कॉफी for me during my absence for the office. So this is something where we are trying to assume on the basis of two inconsistent perceived fact. We are trying to make an assumption of an unperceived fact. So the first statement जो हमें दिख रही है which is inconsistent is that I left my office few minutes ago when there was no coffee, and the second is then when I came back I saw an coffee on my table. So when these two statements are being considered and we are making an assumption in the form of a third statement, this is what postulation is, and the correct option is B, that is the arthapati or postulation, and rest A, C and D are not the right option. Which among these is two additional pramans introduced by Kumariliya Bhatt? He was an eminent scholar of Purva Mimamsa or Mimamsa. Therefore, Kumariliya Bhatta has introduced two additional pramans, which is Anuplabdhi and Arthapati. Rest are already being introduced by either Nyaya school of thought या पहले से ही वो एग्जिस्ट करते थे. तो दो न्यू ऐड करे थे कुमारलिया भट्टा ने, अनुपलब्धि एंड अर्थपति. वेयर एज अनदर एमिनेंट स्कॉलर विच वाज हु वाज द प्यूपिल, हु वाज द स्टूडेंट ऑफ कुमारलिया भट्ट, दैट इज प्रभाकरा. ही was against Anuplabdhi, he was against the Kumarliya viewpoint that Anuplabdhi is an independent means of knowledge, because उसका मानना था कि Anuplabdhi independent means of knowledge नहीं है. It is, he was only restricted to Arthapati, but he was not accepting the Anuplabdhi as an independent means of knowledge. So that was the viewpoint of Prabhakara. Then given below are two statements. In Indian philosophy, Nyaya advocates the theory of extrinsic validity of knowledge, that is Prata Pramavanda Vandya. That is, what is this Prata Pramavandya? That the knowledge जो है वो आपकी neutral, every knowledge is a neutral knowledge. मतलब वो उनका क्या मानना था कि हर knowledge neutral knowledge है. No knowledge is valid or invalid. Its valid or invalidity depends upon the extraneous conditions. So that was the viewpoint of Nyaya. Nyaya was on the he was in accepting that the knowledge is it is always neutral in nature, and there is no knowledge like valid and invalid. Valid and invalid कैसे होती है? जब वो आपकी नॉलेज अराइज होती है, उसकी वैलिड इनवैलिडिटी उसके बाद अराइज होती है. दैट वाज द प्रतः प्रमावद्य, दैट इज देयर इज that every knowledge is neither valid or invalid, it is always neutral. That was the viewpoint of Nyaya. That is totally correct. And Mimamsa was on the basis of, it was focusing on swatah pramavadya, that is the self validity of knowledge, and it is also known as that intrinsic validity of knowledge, which says that every knowledge is valid in itself and its validity arises because of the causes that results in the knowledge arising. So both Kumarliya and Prabhakara, they uphold the intrinsic validity of knowledge. और उनका मानना था कि इनवैलिडिटी जो होती है किसी भी नॉलेज की, वो एक्स्ट्रान्यूअस कंडीशन से होती है. दैट अराइजेज बिकॉज ऑफ टू थिंग्स. द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट देयर इज सम डिफेक्ट इन द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ नॉलेज, एंड सेकेंड इज फ्रॉम अ सब्सिक्वेंट contradictory knowledge. So the correct option is A. Statement 1 and 2 both are correct. So the correct option is A over here. Ninth, Fat Krishnadatta eats either during day or night. ठीक है, Fat Krishnadatta does not eat during the day. Therefore, Fat Krishnadatta eats during the night. So so the above is an example of which type of inference? So this is an example कि जब हमें पता है कि फैट कृष्ण इट डज नॉट ईट ड्यूरिंग द डे. ठीक है, तो दूसरा हमारा फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट क्या है? फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट हमारा है कि वो या तो वो नाइट में खाता है तो डे में खाता है. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट कह रहा है कि ही डज नॉट ईट ड्यूरिंग द डे. तो हमने क्या एज्यूम कर लगा, वो दिन में नहीं खाता तो डेफिनेटली वो रात में खाता होगा, क्योंकि पहली स्टेटमेंट क्या जाता है, वो दिन में खाता या तो रात में खाता. सो वेयर वी आर ट्राइंग टू रिमूव द इनकंसिस्टेंसी ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ टेकिंग प्रिजम्पशंस to make that inconsistency to reconcile that inconsistency in the form of taking a statement in the form of assumptions. So therefore in Arthapati, when we talk about Arthapati, is an assumption of an unperceived fact in order to reconcile the two apparently fact जो यहाँ पे दिख रहे हैं. So this is an example of implication या D Arthapati. 10th, Anil's participation in classroom is indifferent. ठीक है, indifferent क्या है कि क्लासरूम में कुछ और है, बाहर कहीं कुछ और है. His parents do not find him to be active either. So first statement is कि अनिल की participation जो है क्लासरूम में indifferent है and his parents do not find him to be active either. Second statement है but his performance in examinations ranges from being good to outstanding. Therefore he must be studying privately. So जो हमारी स्टेटमेंट्स हैं यहाँ पे कि वो क्लासरूम में भी एक्टिव नहीं है और उसके पेरेंट्स भी एग्री करते हैं, ये एक स्टेटमेंट है. उसी बात बट उसकी परफॉर्मेंस जो एग्जामिनेशंस में वो गुड टू आउटस्टैंडिंग है, दैट इज अ सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट. देयरफॉर वो प्राइवेटली स्टडी कर रहा है. वेयर वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक अ प्रिजम्पशन, वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक सपोजिशन, वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक एन assumptions to solve the problem or to solve the inconsistency that has occurred between two facts. So that's an example of Arthapati implication. Rest are not the correct option. So this is the third supposition वाली स्टेटमेंट की अगर वो क्लास में एक्टिव नहीं है और उसके पेरेंट्स को भी लगता है वो घर में भी एक्टिव नहीं है बट उसकी परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छी है, तो देयरफॉर वो प्राइवेटली स्टडी कर रहा है इन अ क्लैंडेस्टाइन वे. Devdutt is fat, statement 1, and he does not eat during the day. ठीक है, वो फैट है बट वो दिन में नहीं खाता. फैट तो है बट वो दिन में नहीं खाता, तो हम क्या एज्यूम करते हैं कि he would be eating during the night. So that is also an statement relation to the implication, that is the Arthapati. तो आप देख रहे होंगे कि PYQs में स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड या एग्जाम्पल बेस्ड ही आए हैं टू मेक एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि अर्थपति का क्या मीनिंग है और अनुपलब्धि का क्या मीनिंग है. रेस्ट आर नॉट द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. सो आंसर इज बी ओवर हेयर. Now 12th question, which of the following is true with reference to anuplabdhi as a mean of knowledge? Anuplabdhi is what? Non-existence. It is a presentative knowledge of negative facts. And when I talk about anuplabdhi, anuplabdhi is relation to negative facts जब हम apprehend कर रहे हैं through non-apprehension. किसी चीज़ का ना होना भी अपने आप में एक knowledge का means है. So therefore I do not cognize the pot on the table, therefore it is absent there. I directly perceive the absence of pot on the table, this is not right. I infer the absence, inference भी नहीं होता इसके अंदर, because this is something which we are directly observing that thing कि वो चीज़ नहीं है. I infer the absence of a pot on the table since I do not find it to be there. And I know the absence of the pot on the table because I know its similarity with other absences. No, so the correct option is A over here. I do not cognize the pot on the table, therefore it is absent there. This is true with reference to anuplabdhi as a means of knowledge. Consider the example given below. Devdutt is growing fat. This is the first statement. Devdutt मोटा हो रहा है. Second, he does not eat the food during the day. How can one become fat when he is not eating the food in the day? So हमने क्या assume करा, वो रात में खा रहा होगा. And other things being equal. So this is statement 1, statement 2, and this is the presumed या assumed statement. So identify the logic involved in the example provided above by choosing the correct option. So the correct option is Arthapati A. Rest are not the correct option. Consider, next question, consider the example provided below. There is no jar on the ground. किसी चीज़ का नहीं होना is what the non-existence talks about, and it is the presentative negative facts. And anuplabdhi is also similar to the non-existence, where we perceive where we perceive neither the jar and its non-existence, so therefore it is an example of अनुपलब्धि, that is the non-existence, और इसको हम बोल सकते हैं negation. So the correct option is A. If a jar is temporarily removed from its locus, ठीक है, temporarily remove the from its locus, the non-existence of the jar on the floor is, so किसी non-existence की बात हो रही है, and we have removed that thing. Say for example when we have seen कि हमारे किसी घर के कॉर्नर में हमने प्लांट रखा हुआ है और जब वो चीज़ वहाँ से हट जाती है तो हमें लगता है कि that has been removed from its locus, that is the center area जहाँ पे उसको देखा जाता है, so उसकी non-existence जो होगी of that jar or the plant on that particular area is an example of अनुपलब्धि, that is the non-cognition. So rest are the not the correct option, because upman is comparison, arthapati is talking where we try to suppose something, here we are not supposing something, and anuman mein there we are not inferring any knowledge on the basis of the prior knowledge which we have. So the correct option is D, anuplabdhi over here, which is non-cognition. Given below, next question is, given below are two statements, one is labeled as assertion, another is labeled as reason. Nayikas do not accept non-apprehension as a distinct source of knowledge. Correct. According to Nayikas, non-apprehension can be covered under inference, that is anuman. So this is right, because Nayikas ने non-apprehension को under inference डाला. It has not considered it as a separate category like Kumarlia Bhatta, who says that these are the independent sources of knowledge. So therefore the statement A, that is both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A is right. And any object if thrown upwards starts to come downward after reaching a particular height, therefore there must be some force there, that is must be pulling that object towards the earth's surface. So when we are assuming something कि ऐसा कुछ अगर ऊपर हमने थ्रो करा वो चीज़ नीचे आ रही है तो उसका मतलब कोई है जो उसको पुश कर रहा है, whatever the, it can be a law of gravity also. So this argument is based on which of the following means of knowledge? So the correct option is A, postulation, which is arthapati. Which of the following means of knowledge involves positing of something for making any unit of cognition of self company? जब हम किसी चीज़ को assume करते हैं, present करते किसी condition को ताकि हम existing statements को complete कर पाएं. So that is what the postulation or arthapati talks about. So the means of knowledge which involve positing of something, where we try to assume, where we try to take any condition to make the existing condition self-complete, is B, which is postulation or arthapati. Rest are not the correct option. Next question. The argument that the fat saint must be eating secretly at night, ठीक है, ये statement 1 हो गई. Although he does not eat during the day, claims not to eat at all, is based upon which of the following statement? जब वो कह रहा है कि वो दिन में नहीं खाता बट वो फैट है तो सीक्रेटली वो नाइट में खा रहा है. सो हमने एज्यूम करा, वी हैव सपोज समथिंग टू रिकंसाइल द एग्जिस्टिंग इनकंसिस्टेंट फैक्ट इज व्हाट एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ arthapati, that is postulation. So this is how we have seen that Purv Mimamsa mein majorly examiner is asking on arthapati anuplabdhi and its relation with the nayikas. nayikas का क्या view था, तो ऐसे questions हम लोग ने देखे हैं while we have covered in the Purv Mimamsa. So this is all that was covered in Purv Mimamsa PYQs, and if you want to clear UGC NET in easy and simple ways without any hustle bustle, you must take free trial class from Human Peritus and do subscribe our channel. Thank you.